Hello everyone. Today topic is formation of placenta. Earlier class we already discussed the implantation process. In that the blastocyst that is enter into the endometrium. Now it is implanted. So after implantations, the blastocyst now it is called as the decidua. So what is placenta? So placenta is a temporary organ. It is a feto-maternal origin. It has two components. One is the fetal component, that is the chorionic frondosum, and the maternal component, that is Decidua basalis. So how this so first we discuss about the Decidua basalis. So this is the blastocyst and this is the this is uterine cavity, this is the endometrium, and it is the fundus of the uterus. Now the blastocyst that is entered or implanted in the endometrium. After implantation, this is called decidua. So the blastocyst where it implanted, this area is called Decidua basalis, and the capsule-like structure that is holding the blastocyst, that is called Decidua Capsularis, and the rest of the part of the uterus, that is called Decidua parietalis or Decidua vera. So the first part, that is the Decidua basalis, that will be confirmed. So how the chorionic frondosum develop? So the chorionic frondosum, how the formation of the chorionic frondosum, that we will discuss. So when the implantation over, the syncytiotrophoblast, that is the syncytiotrophoblast, the outer covering, and the inner one is the cytotrophoblast. So in between this space, some of the vacuoles or space that is arises. This is also we called as the pockets. Some of the pockets that will be arises in between the syncytiotrophoblast, and we see in the endometrium layer or in decidua some of the vascular blood vessels that is formed in the sinusoids that are present in this decidua. And later this sinusoids that will drain its blood into these pockets, and later they form intervillous space. So here the lacuna, that is the vacuoles or the cavity that is formed, that is called lacuna, and in the endometrial layer we see some of the sinusoids are present, and inside the embryoblast, what is happened? The embryoblast again divided into two cavity. One is the amniotic cavity, another one is yolk sac, or it is called epiblast, and this one is called hypoblast. So later what happened? This some of the cytotrophoblast, here the cytotrophoblast, that projection will be takes place. Some of the cytotrophoblast, that finger-like projection that will be takes place. See in this picture, this cytotrophoblast that enter or penetrate the wall of the syncytiotrophoblast, and some finger-like structure is developed. And also the sinusoids that is present outside this syncytiotrophoblast wall, this wall, but erode the wall of the sinusoids, and again this blood that drain inside the lacuna. See this sinusoids that is present outside the syncytiotrophoblast, that is the blue one, that erode the wall of the sinusoids, and again the blood present in the sinusoids that drain into this cavity, into this lacuna, and later it form a intervillous space. So see how the blood supply will be takes place between these finger-like projections. Later, in that time, so this primary villi that is developed in the day of 13. So what is happened in the outer syncytiotrophoblast, and in between the lacuna space, some of the finger-like projection that is developed from the cytotrophoblast. That is the day of 13. So similarly, inside the embryoblast, some specialized cell that I have color is a green color, that is developed from the yolk sac. Okay, so this is the connective tissue. So it is a specialized cell that is developed from the yolk sac all around the embryoblast, and it's radiate to the wall, means towards the cytotrophoblast. Later what happened? See in this picture, this specialized structure that is developed, that is called extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay, so this structure is called extraembryonic mesoderm, that is developed from the yolk sac. Otherwise, this is the hypoblast, and is radiate towards the what? towards the periphery, that is the present in the cytotrophoblast. So later what happened, this specialized cell that will fuse together and they form two layers. Here the inner one that is covering to the yolk sac in the amniotic cavity, and the outer layer you see inside the cytotrophoblast. And this space now is a vacuole. This vacuole is a space is formed that is called coelom, extraembryonic coelom. So this space now developed that is called extraembryonic coelom. Extraembryonic coelom. So some of the mesoderm, what happened, that those who are present in the wall of the cytotrophoblast that enter into the cytotrophoblast. The finger-like projection, as we see in the primary villi, the blue one is the syncytiotrophoblast and the projection is the cytotrophoblast. Now what happened? The mesoderm layer that is present in the outer line, that will also migrate or penetrate into the cytotrophoblast. Now there is three layers formed. Outer one that is blue, I have given blue color, that is the syncytiotrophoblast. Middle one that I give black color, that is the cytotrophoblast, and again the green one that is the mesoderm that will enter. So now this structure is called secondary villi formation. It is happened on the day of 16. So when the secondary villi formation takes place, so what happened? Some of the blood vessels that is arises between this mesoderm. It is happened in the day of 21. And what happened inside the mesoderm? What happened inside the embryoblast? The mesoderm that is attached to the periphery by the cytotrophoblast, and the inner embryoblast covering to the amniotic sac and the yolk sac. And some of the mesoderm layer that is atrophied in this area, they form a band like structure. Okay, so this is called the connective stalk that connects the embryoblast, later it is developed into the fetal, so this embryoblast with the placenta. Okay, so this is this connective stalk, later it will develop into the umbilical cord. So in the mesoderm, after formation of the secondary villi, so how the tertiary villi is formed? So in the day of 21, what happened in the mesoderm layer, that is present inside the first one is the cytotrophoblast, syncytiotrophoblast, next is cytotrophoblast, and inner one is the mesoderm, and again in the mesoderm some of the blood vessels and capillary arises. So see, blue and red color strip line is given. So this blue, this is the blood vessels that is developed in the mesoderm layer. So now it is called as tertiary villi. So when the this blood vessels and the capillary that will help that will establish the circulation, so that the blood, the nutritive thing that is from the intervillous space, whatever the from the blood, the maternal blood, the nutritive the intervillous space, the blood will be enter in this blood vessels, and that will communicate with this fetus by this umbilical cord. So some of this after formation of the tertiary villi, some of the cytotrophoblast, see in this picture, that will erode the wall of the cytotrophoblast. So here the black one that erode the wall of the blue one. So blue one is the syncytiotrophoblast. So this structure, as it is closed, but what happened? The some of the cytotrophoblast, that is the black one, that erode the wall of the syncytiotrophoblast, and it will anchor into the decidua. So as its role is anchoring into the decidua, so it is named as anchoring villi. So that why it's anchor? So in the decidua there is supply of blood, the maternal blood that was supplied to the fetus by the spiral artery. So here number of branches are there. So this anchoring villi will attach with the decidua, and few of this tertiary villi that does not enter the wall, so it does not erode the syncytiotrophoblast, they are still present in the intervillous space. So this one is called nutritive villi. So like this, so some of the nutritive villi and few of the anchoring villi that will be present in the inside the trophoblast inside the blastocytes, and later the cytotrophoblast totally cover. It's transversely arranged in the outer line. So it is the black one. So the cytotrophoblast that arrange itself in the outer line and is totally it form as a cytotrophoblastic cell. Here you see the black one, that is the cytotrophoblastic cell. Okay, so now this bushy like structure, otherwise you call it is a long development of the villi structure that is developed in the area that is called the chorionic frondosum. And not only in that phase, some of the villi that will also develop in the area of Decidua Capsularis, but they as compared to this one, here the development of the villi is less. So after when the development of the fetus or the amniotic sac will enlarge, so this wall will atrophy with this Decidua Capsularis, and again this area is atrophied together, and this is called chorion. So this mesoderm layer and the cytotrophoblast, the together form the chorion, and if there is no villus is found, this phase is called smooth chorionic leaf. And here lots of villus system is developed and it is bushy like structure, that's why it is called chorionic frondosum. So this chorionic frondosum and the Decidua basalis, they together form placenta. So placenta is what? It is a temporary organ. It is developed for in the fetal part, that is the chorionic frondosum, and the maternal part is the Decidua. They together form this placenta. Thus the placenta now play the role of protections and the circulations and nutrition that will be required for the development of the fetus, that will be taken by this temporary organ, that is the placenta. So now the placenta is developed. The fetus, what happened inside the embryoblast? The amniotic sac will later sizes increases, and the yolk sac very remnant in structure, and the total area will be covered by the amniotic sac, and some of the intraembryonic mesoderm that is developed. So the intraembryonic mesoderm that is developed from the amniotic sac, so that its structure will be what? Trilaminar structure. Here we see the amniotic sac, that is the ectoderm, and in between is intraembryonic mesoderm, and the yolk sac, that is the endoderm. So these are the three layers from which the development of the fetus will be takes place. So these three layers structure is called trilaminar structure. So one thing is very important, that the extraembryonic mesoderm, that is the green one I have given, that is developed from the hypoblast or yolk sac, but the intraembryonic mesoderm, that is developed from the amniotic sac. So after development of the intraembryonic structure, this is called the trilaminar structure. So from this trilaminar structure, or otherwise it say from the ectoderm, mesoderm and the endoderm, the fetal development takes place. So I hope you understand how the placenta formation will be takes place, and for more video please subscribe my channel. Thank you.